Welcome to the first session of the Marketing Management Module, Achieving Success in Marketing. In this session, we are going to help you understand and explain what marketing really is. Secondly, we will help you to understand the difference between marketing and selling. And finally, how you can apply the marketing activities you'll be learning here more effectively. In particular, you'll be able to explain what marketing really means and how marketing can help your business. Describe the basic steps in planning marketing strategies and the items to be addressed in each step. Finally, you will be able to identify the relationship between the steps in the marketing mix. We are going to start with the marketing concept and what marketing really is. One of the simplest ways that I'd like to define marketing is satisfying customer needs profitably. Invariably, what this means is that marketing is getting the right products and services to the right people at the right price using the right promotion and publicity. Now, I'm going to use a very interesting illustration to help you understand the concept of marketing. Imagine that there are three guys trying to gain the attention of a young lady. The young lady is hungry and wishes to have a piece of bread. The first guy does not understand her. He buys her flowers and invites her for a walk in the park. The second guy knows that she wants some bread, so he goes to Victoria Island to buy her bread from the topmost bakery. The third guy also knows that she wants some bread, so he goes to the bakery nearby to buy her a special roll of bread. Now, listen to these results. The first guy that goes to her, she refuses to go with him because she is so hungry and is not able to eat flowers. She enjoys the roll of bread with the third guy. The third guy brings her and goes out with him. The second guy comes back with a roll of bread, but she's already left. The third guy correctly identified her needs and satisfied them faster than the second guy, so he won. Marketing is somewhat similar. However, satisfying customers can be achieved in many different ways, whether by offering a lower price, providing a faster service, working a positive attitude, offering more choices, or offering free samples and ensuring that products are returnable. These are some of the interesting ways that one can truly satisfy a customer. Now, marketing truly is the ability to identify and satisfy customer needs better than your competitors in order to make a profit. The concept of marketing revolves around your organization positioning to consistently satisfy customer needs in a profitable way. This means that you must know your customers. You cannot know your customers enough. Now, let's discuss some of the advantages of understanding marketing and, of course, the disadvantages. Now, the first advantage when you understand marketing and what marketing means to your business is that you are able to truly know where your customers are and target them appropriately. Target them with the right tools of communication, which is very, very important. It then also helps you to easily switch your investment to the direction to meet your customer needs. But the lack of knowledge about marketing can cause difficulties such as an unsystematic work and an unclear strategy. And this means that you are not able to target your customers properly. And this means you will be wasting money. The lack of knowledge on marketing programs that become unconnected, short-term, and do not support one another in creating long-term positive effect. Thinking that marketing is solely the job of the marketing department leads to poor coordination among other departments, causing confusion between marketing and sales. Now, it becomes more important that we discuss the difference between marketing and sales. Selling is marketing, but marketing is not selling. And what this means basically is that as you are selling your product, you are marketing, which means as customers are exchanging the goods or services which you have, the products or services which you have for monetary value, they are receiving your product, which means that you have achieved a marketing objective of getting the right product to the right customer. But marketing is not selling, because when you are marketing really is thinking of your brand in terms of your customer needs and how you intend to satisfy them. You will be thinking around the 4 P's of marketing, which are product, price, place, and promotions. Marketing develops a demand for your product, while sales is the actual exchange of your product for cash. It's important that as a business owner, you understand the difference between the marketing activities which you will need to engage and the selling or sales activities which you will need to engage in the marketplace. Now, let's look at developing marketing strategies. Now, developing marketing strategies can provide your company with a long-term vision about market trends, customers, competitors. And from this, your company can meet the long-term needs of customers and prepare the necessary time and resources to adjust themselves to the changes in the market. It's important to have a document whereby all of your activities regarding what you want to do in the market environment, it's stated there clearly. This helps you to understand who your customers are, who your competitors are, help you to understand their needs as time changes, and exactly how you are going to be reaching them. But as time goes by, a lot of things changes in the environment. So you will be able to adjust your plan to be able to suit the current trend in the space which you are trying to take a good share of. Therefore, when the market changes, the company has to change accordingly to continue to meet customers' needs. That is why marketing strategies must be flexible. They cannot be cast in stone. They need to be changed when demanded by the conditions of the market and at the company. The diagram above introduces the basic steps in developing marketing strategies. What's included are in 2 main parts. The steps mentioned in part 1 of the diagram will help your business to, 1, update customers' needs and market trends so that the company can build up their strengths step by step to meet the current needs and potential needs of customers. Identify and build up your competitive advantage. We will be discussing this in a later session. Number 2, select and focus on the customers that the company can best satisfy, which means that it's important for you to segment your market, to segment the market and select the target audience or the target market which you will be serving. Thirdly, identify the core benefits that the company can offer to its customers. Identify core benefits for your target audience. Your company must have the benefits, the core benefits, which will be giving you the competitive advantage that would help you to target your audience. And fourthly, positioning will come about upon solving the above 3 issues mentioned. The steps in part 2 will help businesses in coordinating their activities in a highly efficient way. Now let's look at positioning. And I'm going to use an illustration because this helps us to understand what positioning means. To build a nice house, you must first have a blueprint. To get customers to think positively about your brand and to buy it, you need to plan in detail how you want customers to think about your brand and the reasons they should buy your product. This is called positioning. From the definition, marketing in itself is that ability to identify and satisfy customers, which we have stated a few times already, better than your competitors in order to make a profit. We can see that the market is similar to a battlefield. Companies have to fight to gain and retain their customers. Positioning then becomes the aspect of you helping the customers to think, helping the customers to act when they see your brand. The company with a product that gains more customers' interest will ultimately have a greater chance of success. And what this means is that companies should build up a position. You must, as an SME or as an entrepreneur or business owner, position in the customer's mind. And that position should be how they think differently from other products. They must think different from competitors. You must ensure that the difference is highly appreciated by the customers and that it creates value for them. Positioning is the first step in building a brand position in a customer's mind. Now, let's discuss the steps in positioning. Firstly, you must identify competitive advantages. Analyze the marketing environment, particularly analyze your competitors. What are your competitors doing? What are some of the things they have done that they have failed? What are some of the things they have done that they have succeeded? Secondly, you have to analyze the internal resources of your own business. What resources do you have that can help you to create that competitive advantage? You have to be able to identify them, and those become your arsenals. To satisfy customers' need better than your competitors, you have to first identify your competitive advantage. This is very important because your competitive advantages are areas where you excel over your competitors. Essentially, there are two types of competitive advantages. There's the cost advantage, and of course, your differentiation in terms of product features, services, people, and your brand image. You need to decide whether you have created or will create your advantage by cost or by differentiation. Now, let's look at the other steps in positioning. Market segmentation and also identifying the target market. Let's take them together. The reasons why you must segment your market is for you to best meet the right customer needs. When you segment the market, you're basically breaking the market down into smaller components in order for you to identify the right target audience for you. And then this helps you to concentrate your own resources on this market which you have decided to serve. And the steps to doing this are, firstly, analyze the marketing environment. Secondly, break down the market into segments and then identify your own target market. Again, market segmentation is the division of the large and mostly complicated market into smaller groups of customers with similar needs, characteristics, and behavior. The target market is a segment of the market that your business has chosen to focus on. So when asked, what is your target market or who is your target customer? Many businesses only provide a general answer, but this is not sufficient. You need to be more specific as to the market which you are serving, and not just answer by saying everyone. For them, identifying a target market often obscures their potential market when they should be trying to sell as much as possible to whom their customers are. So, why do we have to identify a target market, you ask? Each group of customers has different needs. If we do not focus on a particular group, we cannot successfully satisfy their needs. When we focus on a particular group, we have a chance to identify their special needs. By satisfying these special needs, the business can create a uniqueness in its product, brand, or service that creates a strong position in the customer's mind. Furthermore, when the target market is not identified, company resources will be spread out, which basically means that you will be wasting resources. Small businesses in Nigeria should pay special attention to this issue. It's important for you to pay attention to this issue so you don't waste resources, because easily this is one of the ways that you can waste resources. So these are some steps which you should take in positioning. Number one, analyze the market environment to see the potential or actual market for a particular product and identify any customer development trends. Two, segment the market into smaller groups of customers with similar characteristics. Be sure that it is in both of sufficient size and it is also approachable. Thirdly, select one or several segments which the company can approach and satisfy properly. Now, the next step in positioning, once a target market has been identified, the next step really is for you to identify its need. It may have one specific need or a series or range of needs. It is not necessary for your business to satisfy all of the customer's needs, but instead, your business should focus on satisfying one or two of those needs. Your business should focus on one, the outstanding needs of the target market which will have not been satisfied or have not been fully satisfied. Areas where your business has the competitive advantages to satisfy these needs better than your competitors. A few things that you need to note. You can choose existing needs or potential needs based on the trends of the marketing environment. This process is to help you better identify the core benefits of your company's product. Finally, the positioning statement. A position statement's first goal is to document your expectation of your own brand. This statement should be known and agreed upon by your entire organization and will be the basis for all marketing activity. Okay, so now let's take a few minutes to identify a position statement for each of our businesses. I have put a template here that helps or makes it easier for you to come up with a positioning statement. So we'll take a few minutes to do this before we move on with our learning. Now, the marketing mix. I had mentioned earlier that we would discuss it in more details. The marketing mix is a combination of factors that can be controlled by your own business to influence consumers or customers to purchase your products. We had discussed what the positioning is. The positioning only helps your business to identify their own expected or your own expected position in the customer's mind, while a marketing strategy will give you a detailed action plan on how to actually gain that position in the customer's mind. Now, looking at the diagram before you, you can see that there is a close coordination between the 4 P's of marketing: product, place, price, and promotion. And this basically forms what we call the integrated marketing communication. And how this works when you are going to the implementation. These strategies are all based on positioning, which was previously identified, and they support and interact with each other. Now, let's look at product as part of the marketing mix. The product represents the core benefits which you've identified in positioning, how it looks, the feel, and basically you are sure that this product is meeting a need or there is a demand for this product. Now, let's look at price as well. The basic pricing methods are cost-based pricing, competitive pricing, value-based pricing. Pricing strategy in the marketing mix: price in line with the core benefits identified in positioning. Suitable with the product's life cycle, support the development of a distribution system, and support the communication objectives. Value-based pricing, value is based on a customer's perception and it only depends on their level of satisfaction. It's important for you to understand what value means to your customers so that you are able to then price appropriately. And of course, you have to factor in your cost. You cannot use pricing as a basis for competing because you do not even understand the depth of the pockets of your competition. and you can easily price yourself out of the market. It can be higher or lower than the actual value or cost of the product. But it's important that as you are using pricing within the marketing mix, you are sure not to do this at a loss. Now, promotion or communication and the basic issues of integrated communication is, firstly, you identify a communication message, select one or more suitable tools of communication in line with the target audience: advertising, promotion, public relations, direct marketing, and personal selling. These are essentially the tools of communication. And you have to be sure to select that which would help you to communicate with your own target audience. The place, as you know, has evolved over the years. Right now, the place could even be a virtual place. It could be an online marketing store. You have to be able to understand where your target audience are and be able to position your product to be able to reach them in those places. In the marketing mix, involve the distribution channels should focus on target customers. Distribution channel enhances the core benefit. Distribution helps to stabilize prices according to the pricing strategy. And of course, supporting communication through displaying materials and promotional programs at those places where your target audience will be. Now, let's look at this example that helps us to reinforce our learning in this session. We're going to use the example of this skincare product to help us reinforce all our learning today and understand the importance of developing a marketing strategy, the close relation between positioning, and of course the roles of the 4 Ps. Instead of working separately, this product knows how to link among the 4 Ps. Well done. You have now completed your first session. You now have to complete the end of session activity. Write a positioning statement for your organization, putting into consideration the following factors: your competitive advantage, market segmentation, your target market, core benefits of your product or service for your target audience. All the best.